Hey guys, Bronco Carl 92. So it's Sunday, September 23rd evening. I don't have any updates with the leaf vacuum project or really anything else around here. I went away this weekend to my buddy's place up in Saratoga, New York. He's got a house up on the lake there, and we had to help him put his house, basically put it away for the winter. Take the docks out of the water, take out the wave runners and stuff. So what I did want to talk to you about is the Dodge here. So Dodge has what we call Death Wobble. There's a lot of videos out on YouTube about Death Wobble, what it is, what causes it, how to fix it. There's a lot of theories. Basically, Death Wobble is you hit a bump with the truck on the highway or at speed, and the front end of the truck starts shaking violently to the point where you have to basically get the truck almost stopped for it to stop. This truck I've had since 2005, and I've had Death Wobble to some degree with it, sometimes worse than others. I've changed a lot of parts in the front end to try to make it go away, and it always lurks in the background there. So as you remember, last Monday we put the new springs and shocks on the front end of this truck. I removed the spacers, and I did that because the spacers to me were not the best idea as far as getting the front end of this truck up, for the plow and everything. So I thought it was putting a lot of undue stress on the stock springs, considering that stock springs and the springs I put on here are basically the same length unloaded. Just the new springs deal with the weight a little bit better. So anyway, I put the new springs on there. So we get on the highway, and we're about maybe 10 miles from the house, and hit a bump and Death Wobble. And I had an instance of it about 2 weeks ago, and the left front tire had a leak, and the tire pressure was down near 32 psi, which is way too low for a load range E tire on this big heavy truck. So I chalked that up as low tire pressure. Anyway, so we're driving along, hit a bump, Death Wobble starts. So we pull over, it stops, and just shrugged it off because the truck does it, and I know how to deal with it. So we're driving up the road a little bit more. We're about 50 miles away from the house now, and the New York Thruway, they've been doing a lot of construction on. So we got this one particular patch that was like bump, 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 bump. So by the time I hit the fourth bump, the Death Wobble starts, and it's pretty wicked, it's severe, shaking the whole truck. So I pull over. And it's actually kind of humorous when it does happen, because any cars that are around you freak out, and I guess the truck probably looks pretty bad hopping along like that. So anyway, we had 3 more occurrences of it in this short stretch of road. So we got off at the next exit and took a look around the truck to see what could possibly be wrong. I thought maybe the front tire was low again. Maybe replacing the valve stem wasn't the answer, but anyhow, we checked the tire pressure, and the front tire had 50 pounds of air in it, which I've been running for quite a long time, actually. We checked the other side was right. So Paul says, well, why don't we try putting more air in the tires? Not a bad idea. So we pumped the tires up to 65 psi, where they're supposed to be, and no more Death Wobble. We managed to hit some more of those bad bumps. It seemed that the truck wanted to start to do it, but it didn't do it because the tires were so hard now. So what I'm thinking is that if the tires have too little pressure and the truck is very heavy in the front, the tire's going to act like a basketball and bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce. So for all you guys out there that are trying to cure your death wobble, yeah, there's track bars you can put on and steering box braces and change your tie rods around, double steering stabilizers, but I seem to think it's from wheel hop. So before you go out and waste your money on a bunch of stuff, try cranking your tire pressure up. So it may help. If it doesn't help, well, you tried at least, right? So anyway, thanks for listening to my ramble, and I'll give you guys an update on my projects in a day or so, okay? Take care.